So now telling the story of the painter. There was one person, something story similar to Eklavya. I heard this story in one of the kathas of Lal Govind. So this painter, rather a person who was learning to paint, he was from some lower caste or something, so they were not, so he was scared whether Guru will reject me. So what he does is he starts learning painting from the Guru but hiding, very similar to Eklavya. Eklavya also used to hide and watch what they are. So he was also hiding and watching. So in this whole process he learns very nicely and becomes a very nice painter. So once he becomes a nice painter, his fame spreads, and then everybody is asking him, whose disciple? Now what to tell? Well, if I tell I am this Guru's disciple, they will go and ask him that is he your disciple. He will say no, I don't know him. So he said, I learned like this only. But he becomes so famous that the king sees his painting and king calls him. King says, okay, get him to my palace. So he's standing before the king, and king tells him that you make my painting. And if you make a nice painting, you lots of wealth. But if the painting is not nice, I'll cut your head. Kings are like this, moody. Now what to do? Problem was he could have made the nice painting, but king had a squint and one of his eye was like this. Now if you make a painting with eye like this, so he is surely going to be hanged. If he makes a painting of the king normal, so the king may object him, my eye is like this and why did you do this ganda mazak with me? So he realizes that both ways, whatever he does, is nothing can be predicted what the king and how the king is going to react. So he is not able to sleep the whole night till 4 o'clock in the morning. He realizes now that today is my last day. He said, okay, anyways I am going to die and I am not finding some solution. Let me go to the Guru's ashram. So takes bath, goes running to the Guru's ashram, directly falls at his feet and he said, Gurudev, I learned from you hiding without your notice and forgive. Becomes very humble. And he says, now this is the mess I am in. So please take me out of the mess. So Guru sees him crying. First time he meets him and so Guru tells him that okay, I'll get you out of this mess. You make the painting of the king, because king had told painting should be from the front, like proper. Otherwise making from the side was very easy, one side. You make the painting of the king where you show that the king is hunting and has pointed his bow and arrow towards the prey. And when they hunt, they do like this. So draw his eye like this. He says, what an idea, Sirji. That was the first time this dialogue was said. So he goes running. He was the expert painter. Okay. Only thing he was not getting the idea. So Guru gave the idea. So he goes, does the painting in present before the king. King says, oh, wow. King, this position. Bow, arrow. King gives him lots and lots of wealth. He gets all the wealth to the Guru. Now actual story starts here. So he sits before the Guru, and then uh, he says that 10 years I got knowledge from you. Although you didn't give it, but I got knowledge. Enough knowledge. 10 years of training. I was learning every word. I was standing beside the tree. Every word you are teaching your disciples, they know, and I know the same thing because I was. But still, why I was in such a mess that I couldn't find a way out, almost faced death. So the Guru gives such a nice answer. He says, for last 10 years, you got knowledge. And today morning, when you came to me, what you got was mercy, kripa. And that saved you. So what happens is we get lot of knowledge. From so many sources we get lot of knowledge. But then, knowledge without mercy can be dangerous. We can become proud, we can misuse that knowledge. So how did he get the mercy? That is also very important. How did he get the mercy? By becoming humble. By becoming humble. So actually what happens is, when we get knowledge, we don't become humble many times. We become proud, we become learned. I know things. That can land us in trouble also. So what saved him? Humility. So when he became humble, he was saved. So in our spiritual life, we should be doing both kind of activities. Activities to gain knowledge also, and activities to remain humble also. So how do we remain humble? By doing seva. Humbly serving in the mood of servant of the servant of the servant. So when this balance of knowledge and humility, which gives you mercy, is there, then we are safe in the spiritual life. So if we are not doing humble service, we are just going knowledge, then it will not. Therefore, even in our temple, the temple president also has to clean the bathrooms, toilets, maha cleaning. Remain humble. You go on festival days, you will see brahmachari standing at the shoe stand. Okay, so they have knowledge, but then they also become humble. So that humility always protects us. So we should have, so that humility gives us mercy, and mercy protects us.